Hello my fellow dumpster divers, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. I thought it was pretty fun to make this video, and editing it was pretty nice, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. And remember, this is just my opinions on all these things. Don't get offended. If you get mad over where I rank these controllers, get over yourself and have a pleasant day. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I think first okay, so let me explain. We're gonna be ranking off of design, how they feel in your hands. We're ranking a controller, and it's pretty obvious what I'm gonna be doing. All right, so we're gonna start off with the top of the list here, which is the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. So the Joy-Cons, very innovative, very lovely. They're great. I like them, but I have big hands. They're not very good when if you have a friend over or you're in the car and you don't have any other controllers and only have those Joy-Cons. Like I was like that for a while. I just had the Joy-Cons. It would be pretty painful to play with just one controller with my big meaty hands. When they're attached to the console, I think they're fine. They're not the best still because they're so flat. I feel like there's no grip on them, but they're not horrible either. So I'm gonna put them in like a C tier. They're not horrible, they're not great, they're okay, they're not bad. Alright, now we're going on to the Xbox 360 controller. The 360 was the best console, but we're not ranking consoles, we're ranking the controllers of the consoles. And the Xbox 360 controller was just like the console. It was great, except just like the console, it has its flaws. So the 360 controller, I like the way the triggers, I like the way it feels. It doesn't look the prettiest. It feels fine. It looks ugly though. I do have to say that. It does look kind of ugly. It does feel great. It works just fine. So for that, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Okay, so now we're going to the SNES controller. And this controller, I don't have many complaints about. Very simple, you know, it was made like what I think it's in the 90s. It's not bad for its time. It's actually pretty nice. But the way it feels in your hands isn't the greatest. It controls fine and everything. It's that flat surface. I don't really like it that much. So I'm gonna have to put that also in C tier, just because it's just ugh. Okay, so now we're going to go to the PS4 controller. All PlayStation controllers up to the PS5 controllers suck. They all suck. I do not like the way these controllers feel in your hands. It's not comfortable to hold. The analog sticks are just too close to feel like my thumbs clash every time I use one. So for that, I'm gonna put it in C tier. I take that back. I'm gonna put it in B tier because it was pretty innovative with the touchpad and dual, you know, all that stuff. It was pretty innovative. So I'm gonna put it in B tier just because of that. Sega Saturn, I don't know, put it like a little bit above the SNES controller. It feels better in my hands. I don't know. We'll just put that there. That's really the only reason. Literally, just like every PlayStation controller, it's gonna have to go in C tier just because it doesn't feel great in my hands. Like I said earlier, these are all my opinions, of course. You know, I have bigger hands, so it doesn't feel that great when I'm holding it, and I like how it's so close together and just kind of Alright, Pro Controller, massive step up from every other controller so far on this list. The Pro Controller, honestly, is kind of just like the Series X controller, but just a little bit smaller. I feel like a bit skinnier in the handles or something like. I mean, it feels fine. It's pretty cool. I'll just put it in A tier just because it's nice. It's a nice controller. Now I got the PlayStation 2 controller. This one, although it's basically not much different from the PS1 controller, I will put it a little bit above the PS1 controller just because I feel like for whatever reason my hands like it a bit more. Still kind of ugly, but it's better, I feel. GameCube controller. Okay, hold on, grabbed the wrong one. S tier. I don't care what anyone says, best controller, hands down. It's great. It's a great controller. The layout, the buttons, the way it feels, the way it looks, it's cool. You could say it's a little ugly, but I like it. I like the design personally. I think it looks nice, and it's really unique. It stands out from other controllers, and I just gotta put it in S tier just because of the reason. I have one of those that I use for my Switch, and I love it so much. It's great. Highly recommend getting one for your Switch if you play that. So yeah, it pokes my hands. The sharp corners poke my hands. Don't really like the button layout. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in D. I don't like it. Nuh-uh. Yeah, no, you can burn and rot in hell. I do not like the N64 controller. Please, I do not want to see anything like this again in the future. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a little bit too harsh. A little bit too harsh. I'm sorry if you enjoyed this controller. It's just so ugly. And the layout's fine, honestly. I don't know. Actually, no, it's not. The layout's horrible. I don't like this thing. There's no controller should ever look like this. Whatever this is. No. leave this to never be picked up again. Never. Nuh-uh. To be completely honest, it's not horrible. It's not that bad. It's better than this thing. Alright, Wii controller. B tier. It's just kind of I don't know. I don't really know what to say about the Wii controller. I mean, it's fine. Maybe I'll put it like top of C tier. It's fine. It's not the greatest or anything. It's just, it is what it is, you know. Can't judge it too harshly. I think it just deserves a C tier. Like with all the other Sony controllers, I'm gonna put the PS3 controller more at the top though of the PlayStation controllers, because I grew up with a PS3 and I played on that a lot, and even though the controllers for all of them are basically the same, it's more of a biased thing. Even though it's just all the same. Still close together. Layouts, you know, is what it is. Basically the same throughout all the years. So yeah, I'll just put it right there and see. Xbox One controller. Xbox has always been great with their controllers. I haven't held these, but except for these two. Anything above the 360, it's fine. The holding it is just fine. 360 controller, ugly. Xbox One controller, I like how it looks. And the layout, like the 360, feels great. Everything's fine with it, and it looks better than the 360 controller. So I will put that at A tier. I'm gonna put it above the Pro controller, but yeah, A tier definitely. PS5 controller. Now you may think I'm gonna judge this harsh just like the other PlayStation controllers I have, but I will actually put the PS5 controller up here with the I'll actually put it at the very top, because even though I don't like the layout as much as like Xbox and other controllers and stuff like that, it got better. I don't really understand how it got better, but it got better for my hands at least, and it's much more comfortable to hold. I feel like the analog sticks aren't as close, because that was my main complaint with the other ones, and even though it's not like the Xbox controller, but with how the analog sticks are laid out, but the PS5 controller is just a major upgrade from all the other PlayStation controllers. So that's why it's going to go at top of B tier, and also the design of it is just great. I love its design. It's beautiful. It's sleek. It's a good controller. Actually, I think I'm going to bump it up right here to A tier. It is a good controller. Yeah, Series X controller. I mean, basically an Xbox One controller, just looks a lot more simplistic. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Better than the 360 controller in design, I think. But the Xbox One controller wins in design when it comes to Xbox controllers. So for that, I'm definitely going to put the Xbox Series X controller in B tier. So yeah, if you guys don't like my controller tier list, you can make your own. Obviously, it's YouTube. You can do whatever you want. And these are all my opinions. If you didn't like my opinions, well, deal with it. It's an opinion. Shouldn't hurt you that much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye!